I got me a double quarter pounder meal. I'm about to eat. See, I'm about to eat. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. If you want to watch me eat, you can go be my guest. But these kids today, when I was younger, you know, I used to watch my car go on Route 22 and Union, stop by the Wiz. Buy a CD. The most popular CD, the first CD I ever purchased where I didn't have to fast forward a song was Erykah Baduizm. Baduizm. Well, that was the truth. That was the truth. Anthony Hamilton, Donnell Jones, Jodeci. What, you know, I don't know if they sell out. Everything now is on Apple Music. So I'm wondering, you know, back in the days, they used to get a percentage of the album sale. You know, to my understanding, at one time, Michael Jackson was the first one getting $1 off an album. I don't know what they get now. Used to be billboards, stuff like that. I wonder how these artists make their money now. Because you can go on internet and just download an artist and get his music. So how do the artists get paid? That's what I ask. How do artists get paid? You know? I have no idea. Been out the game so long. I don't know how they get paid now. Apple sells what, 99-cent songs? So how much they get off a 99-cent song? There gotta be money in it. So next time I go to the store, I'm gonna see. Do they got albums? Do they still sell CDs in stores? Check that out. That's how long I've been out the game. That's how long I've been out the game. But now I'm asking, do they still sell CDs? Yeah, excuse me, my first meal since Schools and News last night. They like this in my youth. They like this. I would have been washing, waxing my car, and going to the Wiz to get a CD. So you come off the Parkway, going 22 West, where 22 splits, and got like a center median. That's where the Wiz used to be at. I'm quite sure they still sell mixed CDs though. Now in downtown Newark, they got club CDs, But down here, you know, I'm in the area of go-go music, so I'm not really into go-go like that. I'm healing, man. I'm healing. I'm really healing. I'm telling you. I'm definitely healing. Oodles noodles make me lightheaded sometimes. You gotta watch that oodles noodles. Real talk. I don't know if it's salt, whatever it is. You can't eat that every day. finish my drink so I can talk to you a little bit. Yeah, we're playing Ashanti, Mariah Carey, ODB, Beyonce, playing Kelly Rowland, Keisha Cole. Had some good music going on in there. Yes, sir. It had me thinking, man. Well, I should have my car cleaned up. Yeah, but Alfonso Hunter, bad boy. Rome, bad boy. Yes, sir. So, I'm full. I might just give me a water. Go on and go work on this business plan. See? You can see the blood start to come up. One thing about me, I cramp up. So if I didn't have to go there, I probably could have ate anything. But I gotta eat some type of salt. Some type of meat. Because I cramp up. All right. I got a water in the bag. I should have enough water. I need some bagels. I need something for like breakfast. You know? That's what I need. Now, thank you, Brother Tariq. Like I said, you helped me out a lot. You helped me out a lot. All right? You helped me out a lot. Truly a lot. Now, what is it about, how could you, in construction, what did you like about construction? And what you didn't like about construction? I'm not talking about the attitudes, I'm talking about you working wise. Well, the hardest thing in construction, health-wise. I'm talking about health-wise. There's two things that you have to consider about your health in construction. This is another reason why I'm glad God pulled me away. My father had to go through it. Working in dirt, you know, on dry days where it don't rain, you're breathing that shit. It's no good. You know the high track dozers on the cat? The tracks that go like this, it goes up like this, and comes back down, and comes like this. It kicks all the dirt in your face. You gotta breathe that shit. Shit no good. shit get in your lungs, shit no good. So I'm glad that I got pulled away from that. Asphalt, shit no good. You know, shit no good. You know, in construction, in a union, after 20 years you can retire. You know, especially in the New York union, after 20 years, they're almost millionaires. Because your body cannot consume all that dust particles, all them asphalt fumes. That's bad. You need to have some type of mask on running that dozer. Or have it enclosed with an air conditioner. Grader too. Grader, dozer, you need to be enclosed. And sometimes enclosed is hard to see the grade, but it's for your health. It's no good. Shit, I'm telling you, shit no good for you. It's bad for your lungs. That shit can give you cancer. Something worse than cancer. So that's another reason why I'm not ungrateful that he pulled me away from it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your whole face is covered with dirt. Whole face covered with dirt. Because it's kicking up the dirt right on you. That's what you're breathing. That's what you're breathing. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Okay? So these guys that's in it, you need to have a plan on what you're going to do in the next 20 years, because you keep breathing that shit, it's going to put you in the hospital. That's real talk. It's going to put you in the hospital. You're going to wonder what's going on with you. And God forbid you're smoking. You're making it worse. That's what unhealthy part about construction. Heavy construction. If I was to go back, I would like the crane. It's healthy. It's healthy. That's the most healthiest part of it. I'm being honest with you. You can't go back saying I want to run the loader. Either you're going to be a grader, asphalt, or crane. That's going to be your main title. You get the loader when there's no more asphalt. You get the loader when there's no more grading. You just can't go there and say, I want to run the loader. You can forget that. You can't forget that. So if, hypothetically, I'm married, I got 4 wives, I got their kids. I'm going to buy the construction equipment and teach them, especially on my off-road property. I'm going to teach them. And I'm also going to tell them, I'm putting this on your resume, but you got to have an escape plan in 20 years, because it will kill you. This stuff will kill you. All this stuff in this dirt. You got a lot of shit in the dirt. I'm telling you, they have to burn dirt at a pharmaceutical. The dirt that you see on the ground has to be burnt. So that goes to show you how much chemicals, and you riding on that track dozer, kicking all that shit up in your nose, you taking your machine, riding up and down on a dusty day, but they gotta burn it, but you breathing it. Something to think about. You understand? Something to think about. So I'm hoping I'm helping you. I don't mind teaching you, but you can't make a lifelong career in construction. You have to, a certain amount of years, you got to give it back to the young. Give it back to the young. You got to put your money in your annuity, then find something else to do. You're going to have to find something else to do. Because if you retire from it, it can mess you up if you don't have the proper equipment on safety. You must wear that mask that got the circle here and a circle here. You should wear that. You should wear it. Because I'm telling you, you're driving your machine, kicking up that dirt, you're breathing it, and they got to burn that dirt to take it off site. So if they got to burn it, that means something inside the dirt and what you breathing. See what I'm saying? So that's what you got to worry about. The best machine to operate for a newbie, if you want to get your child out of high school and you want to introduce them to heavy equipment, something to get their attention and make them want to come back, the excavator. All you gotta do is put them in the excavator and let them play with it. It's a done deal. But if you put them in that dozer, you put them in that grader, you might not want to return. Especially you put them on a dozer, working in the mountains, all them rocks. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. Bouncing like this, your head going like this. That's what you're doing. That's all you're doing. You might not want to return. And every time you grade and hit a rock, let's say you're going smooth like this, hit a rock, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. You might not return. But if you want to introduce your child, no, it's something different. If it's your child and you saying, look, I want you to learn it, it's something different. But as you being a coach and your job is to train your boss's son, you better put him in the excavator. You better put him in the excavator. Let him play with the excavator. Let him feel some type of fun in the excavator. You put him somewhere else, you might say, man, I don't want this, I'm going back to school. So if you want to take him to go back to school, now, me being a husband of 4 wives and I have ample amount of kids, if my wife tell me my son hard-headed or my daughter hard-headed, it may not be my blood. Okay. I'm going to go get some property up there in Pennsylvania, up there in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm going to rent me a dozer. Get on that dozer and grade that. All day long. Get up back on that dozer. I'm gonna let you hit your head. I'm gonna let you hit your knees. I'm gonna let you go home with your back ache. Oh, you wanna come back? Okay. You wanna come back, right? Get on the slope. Now you on a slope, grading a slope, right? You like this, you're grading a slope. All nice and smooth. All you gotta do is hit a rock. It'll put the fear in God in you. If that track hit that rock, right? You're going like this, it's gonna go like this. It's like this track right here gotta dig in before you won't flip over. Then if you starting to flip over, you gotta turn up like this. If you don't, you're gonna flip. So when you're grading on a slope like this, right? This is how you sitting. So when your track hit a rock, she gonna go like this. So you gotta turn up, so you won't flip over. And if you don't know what you're doing, it will kill you. It will kill you. So if she tells me he's hard-headed or she's hard-headed, don't want to go to school, don't want to do nothing, I get them. Get on that dozer. I'm taking it right to Pennsylvania or New Jersey, in the Jersey mountains. Get on that dozer. Nah, you ain't getting on an excavator. You getting on that dozer. You gonna grade them. You gonna grade them boulders. You gonna grade them boulders. Where you see a guy right on the mountains going like this on a dozer. He ain't going no faster than this. He telling the boss, "Fuck you." That's what he telling the boss. "Fuck you. I ain't going no fucking faster." I'm telling you some real shit. You get one of them good dozer operators, he in them fucking mountains, he going like this. You can walk faster than that machine can go. And he tell you, I ain't going no fucking faster. Fuck you. I'm not banging my fucking head up. Your head going like this. Banging your knees up. Your knees get fucked up. Yes, sir. Then you gotta climb up the mountain like this. You gotta climb up the rocks like this and boom, hit back down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know how to train to go to school now. But if they are good and they are obeying, and I gotta teach them on the machine, I'll take them to Pennsylvania. But I'm gonna get on the dozer first. I'm gonna level it off. I'm gonna level it off first. Then I'm gonna tell them to get on it and just backdrag it. Let you get a feel of the machine first. Then when you start getting good, I'm gonna start leaving the ruts. So you can get your head bounced. Hit your head a couple of times. Then when you start getting good, I'm gonna say, we're going back to that site. You might want to bring a puller. What I need a puller for? You better listen to me. You might want to get a puller. You might want to get a puller, brother. You might want to get a puller, and you might want to get some knee pads. Because this is what you want to do. If you want to do it, I'm going to teach you. Yeah. If you want to do it, I'm gonna teach all my kids. If they want it, I'm gonna teach them how to do it. I'm not gonna just throw you on no sand where it's like riding in a Peterbilt. Nah. I'm not gonna put you on no dozer on no sand. Nah, I'm taking you to the mountains. Because if you can't grade rocks, you damn sure can't operate no dozer. Because when you're grading on rocks, right? That rock get in the dirt, makes a rut. Then you gotta turn around, you gotta backtrack it. Every time a good dozer operator get a rock, you know what he says? Fuck! These fucking rocks! I'm telling you. Many times I done cursed. Many times my father cursed. Many times Calvin cursed. Calvin might just say, "Motherfucker. You got a rock in your grade." So you got a rock that you pulling all the way that long pass. Can you imagine? You see that? You see that brick? What if you have a rock and they made a rut like that all the way down? You gotta back drag that shit all the way back because that fucking rock got caught in your blade, in your grade. You think you're doing something? You gotta turn around, back drag that whole fucking thing. Then when you back drag, you might catch another rock. You're saying, "Motherfuck these rocks." Yes, sir. And every time you see a rock, right? You get on a dozer, you take your track, get on that rock and do this. Trying to push that fucking rock down so nobody will see it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, rock. Yes, sir. And if you got an inspector, you know what he's gonna tell you to do? You gotta sweep around the rock. Your labor's gotta sweep around the rock. And God forbid if the excavating crew didn't discover the rock and you on a fucking grader. Oh my Lord, have mercy. You on a grader going smooth, you just in the blade, you think you're doing something fun. All of a sudden, your head hit the windshield. Motherfucker! You son of a bitch, you! You cursing like a motherfucker. Motherfucker getting out, your fucking knee swollen. Your hand might be, your hand might have been in between your levers, and when you hit, it almost twists your wrist. Motherfucker! Why in the fuck y'all didn't get these fucking rocks up, y'all excavating crew? What the fuck is y'all doing? Yeah, I'm telling you some shit, man. I'm telling you some good shit. I'm telling you some good shit, man. I'm telling you. If my wife come to me and got a hard-headed child, my adopted kids are hard-headed. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you don't gotta spank them. No, you don't gotta spank them. You don't gotta yell at them. Come on, let's go up north. Let's go to that blue rock. I got some property over there. We're gonna clear. I bought 3 acres of land in the fucking mountains. Come on. We gonna level it off. You think you gonna have a ball? Your ass gonna have a headache when you come off that fucking machine. Now, get your ass back on that goddamn machine. You don't want to listen to your mother? Get your ass back on that motherfucking machine. And grade them fucking rocks. Oh, you finished? Okay, now get on the grader. Put the blade about just touching the grade. Put the fucking grader in third gear and drive up and down this fucking what you graded. When you hit that fucking rock, when that blade, you got the blade like this, and she go, I bet your ass say, Mom, I'll apologize. I'm trying to help you. That shit ain't made for the old guy. That's why the old guys say, fuck you. They tell the foreman, fuck you. Especially a good operator will say, fuck you. I'm not getting on them fucking mountains grading that fucking shit on a fucking dozer. Then, top it off, if you get the fucking grader on them fucking mountains, and if you spin, you can kill someone. If that tire spins, if that tire spins, if that loader spins, if that that wheel loader spin, if that earth mover spin, it's gonna kick up that 4-inch rock going about 20 miles per hour and hit you in your fucking head and kill you. You cannot spin. If you're working around people, you cannot spin them fucking wheels. You cannot spin. You have to, when you use a loader and you're picking up, you got to put the load in there, and you got, instead of you digging into the pile, you got to curl the bucket. You got to curl the bucket. You cannot spin. You'll kill them. You will kill them. You got a 4-inch rock that's sharp with razor sharps. That's razor sharp. You will kill them. I'm telling you some real shit. You will kill them. You will kill them. Y'all think grading over here is easy. This is easy over here. Shit, you can go in 4th gear over here. Take your ass in them fucking mountains. And they got you a dozer. Yeah? See, I know how to get your ass to go to school. You don't want to go to school? No problem. You don't want to listen to your mom? No problem. But I guarantee you're going to get on that goddamn dozer and get in that fucking mountains. And if you really giving her a hard time, I'm going to tell you, do slope. You're doing a 2-to-1 slope. and you hit that fucking rock, right? You hit that fucking rock, she gonna tilt just like this. And you gotta spin your ass up like this way or you dead. Or you's a dead fucker. Or that machine comes down on you, that's your ass. And I'm gonna tell you, when you're riding that fucking dozer, if you're doing a fucking slope, right? You wants to always, listen to me, if you're grading like this, right? You wants to always have it like this, on an angle. You don't want to be straight. You want the ass to be almost like on an angle towards the ground. So if you hit a rock, you can always go up. If you're straight like this and hit a rock, that's your ass. That's your ass. Because once you hit that rock, she gonna go like this, and she can flip over. That's why on slopes, it's best to have a wide track dozer, so she can dig in. If this track that's on that slope, the bottom track, hit a rock, she don't have no support. So your track is on top of that rock. So she's gonna either slide off the rock or she's gonna roll over. She's gonna roll over. Most dozer operators, when they doing slope, they start from the bottom, work up. They get the slope from the bottom, work up. Then they make a finish grade coming down. Because they want to make the slope, they want to get their track. They get in their bottom track, right, on a good surface. And they keep moving up, putting that bottom track, this track down here, on the good ground. So if they hit a rock, they want this track to hit the rock, not this track. So if you want to teach your kid to go to school, and they want to just follow you on heavy equipment, put them on a dozer, put them on the rocks. Not all of them are going to return. If you put him on an excavator, he'll want to come back. You can put him on an excavator. You can put him in the fucking mountains on an excavator. You can put him on Blue Rock on an excavator. Only thing he gonna do is take that bucket, boom, boom. That's all he gonna do all day long. He think that he's trying to break the rock, boom. At the end of the day, you gotta get new teeth for the fucking blade, for the bucket. He gonna come back. He gonna say it's fun. He gonna see the sparks as he put his blade on the rock and see the sparks kick out. He gonna try to pick up a rock and feel the back end come up like this. Boom. Boom. That's fun to him. That's fun. He gonna come back. But put him on a dozer. He's not gonna come back. He will not come back. I'm telling you some good stuff. He won't come back. I'm being honest with you. So I was going to teach, as long as my child has a mindset of a career, I'm going to put it on their resume. So I'm not going to bring them the hard shit first. I'm going to ease it in. But they don't want to do anything? Okay. Come with me. We're gonna load up the load, boy, and we're gonna get a D6 or a D7. We're going up to the mountains. And I call this property Hard-Head Ass. That's the name I'm gonna call that property. Hard-Head Ass. Yep. That's what I'm gonna call it. Level off that mountain. You'll say, okay, you're gonna see trees, yeah, okay. It's only about 3 inches of topsoil. That's all it is. All this is 3 inches of topsoil. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Soon you put your blade down, right? You may go 5 feet, and that's it. Your ass ready to come out the seat. God forbid you go fast. When that dozer hit that fucking rock and you bang your knees, I bet you be crying mama then. For sure. So that's how I would train my kids. That's how I would train them. So the easiest thing to operate is that right there. I don't care what kind of kids you got. I don't care female, boy, girl. I don't care what it is. You put them in the mountains, you put them on that, they're going to come to that job site every day. Every day they're going to come back. I'm telling you some real shit. They're going to come back every day because they're going to see the fun of it. They hitting, you know, you might see they excavating trying to dig the curb up. That's all they're going to do on the blue rock. You got blue rocks about 10 tons. You got some of them 10 tons. You got some of them, a D10 dozer can't even get out the goddamn hole. You got a D10 dozer, you got a PC 1000, and still can't get this fucking rock out the fucking hole. That's how big these rocks is sometimes. So if you want your child to come back and learn equipment, boom. You see that? You see that track machine right there? You take that track machine and start riding over that fucking concrete. They ain't coming back no more. Just that little bit right there. You take that track machine or that dozer and you ride, you tell them go over that concrete. They're not gonna want that machine no more. And that's just a little bit. That ain't no blue rock. That ain't no mountain. That's not no mountain. They ain't coming back no more. Better yet, you see that asphalt pile? Have him do a slope on the asphalt pile. They're not gonna come back. Now you see these rocks right here? You see these rocks right here? See these rocks right here? You see your tires? Now watch my leg. This rock, this size, hit you in the head at the tire spinning 20 miles per hour, will do some damage to you. You cannot have that tire spin around your workers. You'll kill them. So when a grader's grading that stone, he cannot spin. That rock, he can kick that rock about 20 or 30 feet back at 20 miles per hour. It can hurt you. It can kill you. All you gotta do is hit you right here or hit you in the nose. I got a low battery, so that's what the danger of construction. The excavator, the only thing you really gotta worry about in an excavator is pipes. Or when you are digging, right? And when I see some guys, they dig a mound and they put the excavator on top of the mound, right? Okay, that's all cool. It's all good and gravy. You're digging out. Now remember, you got tracks on the side and you got a counterweight. Every time you spin, you're adjusting that weight. You're adjusting that weight. So now, if that mound you on happens to shift, that's your ass. That's your ass. You don't want to be so high in the air where you can't put your bucket down to catch your fall. Because once you go like this, you on that mound, once you go like this, reach down and pick up, you're trying to load the truck. You cannot put your blade, you cannot put that bucket down fast enough to catch your fall. First thing they tell you, you gotta keep the weight low. You only raise your weight until you ready to load. Just like in a loader. If you pick up on a loader and you got a full bucket, you gotta keep it low. The higher you go, all you gotta do is hit a rock, she'll turn over. If you pick up, you got a loader, and you got a full bucket, and you raise it up in the air and you driving around like this, all you gotta do is hit a rock, she's gonna go over. Simple. She'll go over. Because it's top heavy. You gotta keep it low. See, you know, you work on this asphalt. You get there on the excavation site where you work in them fucking mountains. You better keep that weight low. That's your ass. That's your ass. See, I know how to get you to go to school. I'm not gonna put you in an excavator. I'm not gonna let you put you in an excavator, let you cross your legs and let you think that everything is cool. Nah. I'm gonna take you to pain in the ass mountain. Get on a dozer and grade. And even the school that you go to can't prepare you for what's gonna happen in that mountain because it reacts differently. It reacts differently. I'm telling you, you will see a dozer in the mountains going like this. He ain't going no faster. You tell him, look, man, I'm trying to make it home. Go home. Fuck it. Bye. I ain't going no faster. I'm telling you some real shit. I'm telling you some real shit. That's the rules I could be with you. If you want to train your child to be a comma operator, get them on an excavator, get them on a backhoe. Now, when you get them on a backhoe, when you put down your stabilizers, you just want to get your wheel off the ground. The higher you go, and he swings that bucket around, it can flip it. Because the weight is shifting. You want to just get your wheel barely off the ground. Barely off the ground. So you can have the full capability of your stabilizers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now in this area, you don't have no problem in this area. But for those, well, matter of fact, I'm gonna show you this pond. So now we in the mountains, right? You see how this slope is? So now you sitting like this. This is how you sitting on the dozer. If this track hit that rock, right, she gonna come off the ground. Instead of her tracks, her cleats sticking in the ground, giving you support, that rock raise her up. And if you don't catch it, she will flip you. She will flip you. That's why if I had to grade this, right, I had a dozer, I will come in from there. Instead of me starting here, nah, I'm gonna go down in the valley. I'm gonna start in the valley and work my way up. Then I'm gonna grade, then I'm gonna finish graded going down. Because I wanna make sure my track on this side, as I'm coming up, it's not hitting no rock. If I start up here, I can kill myself. Because if my track on this side hit that rock, I'm gonna come up in the air. So I wanna go down in the valley. I want to start in the valley. I go in the lowest part. That's why when they just say you working over there by Rhode Island Avenue on the red line. They got this big mountain. I don't know what they call it. I think it's at Millings, and it's all the way on top, right? The dozer got to start from the bottom and push up. Then he start on a slope. When he gonna do a slope, he starts on the bottom and goes up. If he push up the mountain, then get on top of the mountain and want to grade it down, you do that when you finish grading. But when you doing that to start, you can kill yourself. Millings ain't that bad because you might just get your track stuck on a big piece of asphalt, and it might dig in the ground. It might dig in the ground. But if it don't dig in the ground, she gonna scare the shit out you. And if you don't catch it, that's your ass. I'm telling you, that's your ass. And I'm being honest with you. So, that's just how it is. Will I return? If I would return, I wouldn't mind learning the crane. I leave that other stuff to the young guys. Not unless the union call me and say they want me to do it, then I do it. But if you give me an option, I get on a crane, cross my legs all day. I don't gotta breathe no dirt, nothing. Take my time. I gotta use my brain more than using my ability. It's a mental game. Crane is mental. But you have to be very careful. If you want to be a dozer operator and you're young, make sure you wear that ventilation. It's okay because you're young, you got full of lungs, but the older you get, once you start opening your eyes to see, you're working in places where they gotta burn dirt. And you breathing this same dirt they gotta burn. Before they burn it, you start to think, what the hell am I doing? I'm riding over the stuff that is contaminated, and they gotta burn to take it off the property. But I'm breathing it. That's why they get water trucks on dirt sites to cut down the dust. I'm gonna tell you something else that's dangerous. A sweeper with no water. You got one of them brooms, them tractor brooms with no water, man, that's worse. That's worse. That's why they got sweepers. They got spray water on it so you won't breathe all that toxins. If you about to millings is worse. You know how you take asphalt and you can't stand the asphalt? What do you think millings is? And here you got that little tractor with the broom making all that dust, all this dust, or you got yourself the fucking skid steer, and you got a broom attachment on it with no water, and you going down there going up and down, and you breathing that shit. It's the same fucking thing coming from the fucking plant. You need to tell your boss, listen, OSHA, we need some water down here. You need some water on this shit. You gotta tell them. They ain't gonna do shit because they'll think that you know the law. All you gotta do is OSHA come on the site and says, oh, what you doing? Why you think that when you're on a construction site, Here comes the State Department or the county or city department saying, stop. We don't want this fucking fumes or dust. You got to put water down. So if they telling you they got to put water down and you saying, fuck it, I'm going to run this machine without water, they trying to save your fucking life. I'm telling you, they're trying to save your life. Stop using that fucking skid steer broom without no water. That shit is dangerous without you not wearing a mask. You need to have a mask. And if they supply you with a mask, wear it. Or they don't give you a mask, require one. It's deadly. My father was on a hospital bed. It's deadly. You hear me? It's deadly. When you can't hear the asphalt come from the plant and you saying, oh, this stuff stink. So where you think the milling machine is doing when it's grinding it up? And it comes like smoke. It's the same shit. It's the same shit that you're breathing. Here it is, somebody come in your house working on an asphalt crew, and they come in your house. A woman would say, man, take your fucking clothes off before you come to the house. Take that shit off. What do you think is in your lungs when you use that broom with no water? Your company's too cheap to buy a power sweeper? They're too cheap? They're not thinking about your health. You need to put water down after you mill. If you're gonna pick up the millings, then top it off, they allow people to walk on the sidewalk after they mill, and they don't use a power sweeper to get that shit up. All that smoke comes on people walking, people breathe that shit. They don't care. You need to have a power broom that has a water. You put the water down, it kills the dust. So you are protecting your community and your workers. That's the bad part about construction. And the good part about it is the excavator. Or you know, what's dangerous is working on a highway, lane closure, especially at night. That's dangerous because you got trucks doing 65, 70 miles per hour. You get immune to traffic, and when you get immune, that's deadly. When you start walking like how I'm walking, and you're not looking on both sides, that's deadly. Because you are immune to the sounds. You are immune to the sounds. The only time you're going to jump is when a truck tire blows out. You're just going to go boom. That's the only time you're going to look. But you can't run nowhere. Can you imagine walking on this sidewalk? On this side, 70 miles per hour. On that side, 70 miles per hour. And you hear a loud boom. Where you going to go? All you can go is north and south. Can't go east and west. When you get immune to that, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. And I'm just speaking to you real. There's nothing wrong with going to it. I used to love it. But as I got older, I started seeing the dangers of it. And that's why most of the old guys saying, I'm done with it. They don't want the dozer no more. They don't want the grader no more. All they want is the excavator because it's healthy. It's healthy. Or they go on the crane. Or they get in the loader. Or they do the finish rolling. Finish rolling is okay. Rolling asphalt, finish rolling. Only thing you breathing is just the water. That's all you're breathing. But you gotta know the dangers of what you're getting in. You gotta take that money. You gotta save your money. Be in it 20 years and look to do something else. Keep that money in your annuity. And just say hypothetically, you're in 20 years. Most times, most annuity pays you $225 an hour. You figure 225 times 172. Okay, you figure 225 times 100. 225 times 100 is $225. 225 plus 2 zeros. Yeah, 225. That's $2. That's $225, right? 225 divided by 4. 50, 6250. 6250. 6250, 225, 60, 225, 62. 20, 40, 180, 185, 165. So 225, 325, let's say 400. $400 a month. $4,000, 4,800 a year. You're getting off your annuity. $4,800 a year. 4,800 times 10. It might be more than that. It might be more than that. Because 172, 4,800, 225 times, yeah, that's $400. It might be more than that. It might be more than that. It might be more than 225. But if it's 225, it's something like $400 a month that you're getting in towards your retirement. Right? You work 20 years, 400, that's $4,000, 4,800, 4,800, 48,000. I'm quite sure it's more than that. I'm quite sure it's more than that. You should have every bit of 100 grand. You should be in 100 grands in 20 years. 100 plus in 20 years. So you take your, you should have enough to either buy a house, cash, or have lease on a decent home, have at least 50% down to buy a home off the money that you will have if you work in construction. Learn from my mistakes. You get in it at a young age, right? Keep your annuity in there. After 20 years, you know, look for something new. On your 15th year, looking, going to school, get a trade. Look up to do something different. Or look at, okay, I'm an operator now. Now I want to do a super. I want to be a foreman. I want to be a super. You still got your money inside your union. You got your 150 grand or 200, 300 grand in the union. If you didn't settle down in 20 years, you're like 38, 40 years old. You got like $200 or $300 saved away. They will give you the money for a house. Just say you live in up New Jersey somewhere where houses cost a lot. It's expensive. $350,000. It's a shack. You know, you want to settle down. Your wife, she goes to school. She becomes either a nurse or whatever she wanted in computers. And if y'all have a bond, right, you go down the south, buy a house. First, let her see if she can get employment in her career somewhere where houses are cheaper. Where houses are cheaper. You understand what I'm saying? Then you put that money towards a house, you get yourself a customized van. You go to the truck stop. You got a bed inside your fucking van. Go in the truck stop, pay $10, take a shower. On weekends, you go home. Your house is almost paid for. You just got a house that's almost paid for. Your wife, you making $30 and $40 an hour. Your wife living in your wife living in Florida. You're making enough money to pay on one check. You're paying your mortgage, you're paying your taxes on one check. If you have a good wife, that's what I would recommend that you do. Get your money, get in the union, save your money in your annuity, wear the mask, and have your money staged away so now you can have a house somewhere else. When you're ready to settle down with a good woman, so you're about to have a baby. Okay, you tell your wife, it's too expensive up here. You ever thought about thinking about relocating? Well, how about your job? I'm not worried about my job. I'm worried about where can you transfer to? I want to see, can you transfer first? Where you can transfer, right? This is what we're going to do. We're going to go down there and buy a house. I'm taking money from my annuity and buy a house. Go down there in Atlanta somewhere. If you got $300,000 in your annuity, you find a $275,000 house, pay it cash. Pay it cash. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I would do. If I could relive my life, that's what I would do. And man, I wanted to do that when I was in Atlanta. I told my wife I wanted to go back to Jersey and work. You stay here. You stay here. I'll go back to Jersey, make my $30, $40 an hour. You here in a $250,000 house. It's paid for. It's paid for. I go get me a used customized van. They got a bed where I can sleep in it. I want to take a shower. Shit, I can go anywhere and take a shower. I'm not up here to impress no one. I'm up here to make money. That's it. That was my plan. So I'm trying to help you. Don't stick in this business for more than 20 years if you're not thinking about health. This shit will kill you. You riding on, can you imagine this? This right here, right? Here comes Prince George County and said, well, we can't take this stone out here until you burn it. You taking your tracks, you riding up and down, breathing this shit in your nose, and here comes the county saying this shit right here got to be burnt. When you're young, you don't think. You don't think when you're young. Or, top it off, I got this precast. I got to make a hole. I take the saw. I'm cutting in the concrete. Here come all this dust. Here it comes. The OSHA comes down and said, we got to change how you make precast. What we call the milk that makes it give it that color, it's contagious. Here you cutting a fucking hole in it and you breathing that shit. You see what I'm saying? When you're young, you don't think. You don't think. You think you're invincible. I'm telling you, this stuff is made for the young guy. You know, you got your saw, you want to cut the concrete, all that white smoke come up. Here it comes, the CDC or whatever comes out, and they tell the concrete plants, you see how the different is concrete? Well, we call it milk. You put the milk on the concrete to give it that color. Whether they said milk is harmful for you, but you take your saw and you cut it, and you will have no mask on, you breathing that shit. See what I'm saying? You've been in this shit for 20 years, man. You've been breathing this shit for 20 years.